Hey everybody, welcome back. It is I, DrBossKey, and I thought I would show you a little sneak peek. We've changed kind of our process a little bit. We're doing something different for Interstellar Sentinel 2, and why don't I just jump into it? We've got kind of like a rough storyboarding of things. So here you enter into the universe. This is Gressel's universe. So and you come in through a portal, and this particular world, it has a lot of like space cities, so you kind of come to the spaceport thing, and we were gonna have these like hangars in the background, which is what you can see kind of right here, and these ships kind of flying out from them. We're definitely leaning hard into the sci-fi side of things, a little bit more cyberpunk this time around. We're gonna have some portals, I think, here, which spawn out some defenses, like because you're essentially coming. Gressel knows you're coming. So, and then we've got kind of this space city thing going on here, all just concepts and rough prototypes, of course. We're going to change up our weapon system for the next game. I'm still working on it, but we're going to have kind of a mixture. This is sort of your spread, and then you've got kind of your laser. We'll see what these wind up being at the end of the day, but it's going to have a bit more of that Dan Maku kind of influence and flavor. So you come through here, you're going to be fighting a lot of drones like the Robonoids from Interstellar 1, because they came from this world actually. You'll have some defense cannons and some just it's like a corporate mercenary conglomerate city. So and then you come upon essentially this I don't know, it's like a large like mainframe AI sentience thing that we've got cooking here. So just again, just kind of rough outs, but we do this thing where you come up to the sub boss here, similar to Interstellar 1. And then we have this just very rough concept of essentially the just my crazy photo bash thing of essentially the mainframe singularity defense sentience, and this thing's on kind of a giant apparatus arm, and it's going to be moving around, and it's going to be this kind of like an arena boss fight thing, which I'm excited about. And then you kill her, of course, or it. I'm not sure if it's got a sex or not, a gender. And then we do this thing where from here you start to get closer to the planet. So you'll see this here in just a second or two. After you defeat this, more drones are coming. We're going to be introducing new enemies, of course, and there's going to be a lot more mechs and such, kind of in this like cyberpunk influenced dystopia thing that we got cooking. So not super dystopic in different ways. And we have this thing where we're trying to do this like this essentially this upper atmosphere. You can see in the background this planet that's kind of doing its rotating thing. We're playing around with some of these mega structures that come from the planet that are like almost like space elevators. So, and then these will have some like turrets on them, and they're going to be shooting at you, and as you destroy all the points, they're going to have battle damage on the turrets and then blow up chunks of these structures. Big explosions. And so you're lowering yourself down into the atmosphere here. And I'm also doing this video, so I have a rough sense for timing for like this level length. And then we do this thing where we have transition right here, where we have like the cloud cover come over on top, and then not too long because we don't want to spend too much time in there. And then we open up into like essentially the planet's surface. The planet is fully covered. I forgot the term for it. It's anyways, it's essentially a full planetary covered city. And you got these larger structures again that you see now that will have similar defenses, of course. Introducing some more like defense mechs. They're going to be like these cool like anti-gravity like police cars. They're going to be entering from the background. It takes more cues from Mindhander. I think this time around we're going to be able to have background enemies that show you where they're going to be spawning from, and they're going to come into the foreground. You're going to be shooting them with all the pew pews and the bang bangs. It's going to be super cool. We're going to be a little bit faster too, so you can see how fast that you can really move around. And then you move about 50% less on your speed when you're using the essentially the focus button. And then I'm playing around. These might be the max size weapons. We'll see. Got a lot of work to do in there. But anyways, I digress. So you come into the city. You're flying over the city from this perspective. And then you have this big kind of like defense matrix that is sort of like the gatekeeping part. It's got a big shield piece that you're kind of coming into the city. And then from there, it's gonna be like, right? It's gonna be super cool. And then we have like all of these defense laser grids that you're gonna be like interacting with, or these drones. You shoot them down and they'll get rid of the lasers, which will be super cool. Some of them you'll be flying through to try to evade the laser grids. We might have I've already did some prototyping for enemies in the previous project, so we might have some laser bit enemies that are coming through here. So, and then these are just storyboard panels that we put together to kind of get that, and I'm putting the panels in the level to get a sense for kind of how much time I want. Working more with getting out of work with like in-game and engine to get a good sense for like how things are going to flow. And then we have essentially the main boss of the enemy for level, our main boss for the level. So this dude he's gonna basically, he's like it's like the city and all the buildings essentially become like a crazy like mech like golem. So, and then we're gonna have this thing where we're gonna try and see if we can do a transition from like this mech with the city like attached to him, and he's trying to like keep you out of the city, of course. And then you have I think this guy will be similar to like maybe the Gondas fight, so it'll be multiple stories. We'll see, but it's gonna be big and like just exciting. Welcome to level 1, right? And then you defeat him. Yeah, and then you have the rank screen, of course, which we'll do before we start the camera again, and then we'll have this fade to black, and then ta-da! All right, I'm not sure how much time. Let me see. Oh, okay, 6 minutes. A little longer in terms of levels. We definitely aren't going to go longer than that, but yeah. So this is super rough out. We're gonna take an approach this time around where I really want to have for the project more connection between the environments and the play space. So I really want to. I'm very inspired by Kai Katana, Shin, and a few other games in the space, but I really want to have this like what you're seeing really is like we're not going to be super dogmatic about it, but essentially you're going to have places where tanks are spawning and weapon emplacements and turrets, all the things you expect out of a fun shmup, but also just as you're destroying these things, you're having a presence in the world that I'm really enjoying. So first and foremost, the most important thing is the gameplay. What are you doing moment to moment? What are you shooting? But this time around, we're going to make the environments have a bit more of have a bit more presence, and also be kind of like an enemy and have a bit more like, I think it'll be a lot more fun to watch too in that respect. Okay, that was it. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.